Hey guys, it's Katie here with Life in the Mundane. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing something new and different. We're going to be doing an unboxing of a great package that I just received from New Growth Press, which is a Christian book distributor, and I am really excited to see what's inside. So let's get started. Okay, so like I said, this is a box full of children's books, and here is one of the reasons why I love New Growth Press and just using their children's books is because I have kids. I have 6 kids, if you guys are unfamiliar, and I love reading to them. I absolutely adore reading, but it's always better, I feel at least, when I can read something that has some meaning, that are great conversation starters. And all of these books are supposed to be great for being jumping off points, to having great discussions with your kids and giving you that biblical foundation and some talking points, which we'll get into more later. I haven't gotten to look through any of these books yet. I've just opened the package and I did take off the plastic wrapping off of each book, but it took a little bit of time. So I unwrapped each one of those so you guys don't have to watch that. I'm going to be opening each book, telling you a little bit about the book itself and showing you a little sneak peek into it. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. While I start opening this book and getting into it, I do want to say that I do videos every Wednesday and Saturday on making the most of the little moments in homeschooling, home management, parenting, and everything in between. So if those are topics that interest you and you enjoy videos like this, be sure to click the subscribe button and the little bell notification down below. I'd love for you to check out more videos that we have. First of all, this is the Good News for Little Hearts series. These 3 books that I'm going to be showing you next are the Good News for Little Hearts series. And these are fun, cute little series all about these different animals that are learning different stories and lessons. This is called Gus Loses His Grip, and it's done by David Pallison and Joe Hawks, and it's all about when you want something too much. And so the synopsis that I was reading before I received this was talking about how it's a little boy, or a little raccoon rather, who really wants something so much and he ends up stealing it. But it's not just about stealing, it's about really fighting temptation. And I have a son in particular who has some special needs, and he really struggles with the concept that he's being tempted and he thinks he has no choice. And so this book is supposed to talk to them about fighting that temptation and how God has given us the ability and has equipped us to be able to fight that temptation with his help. So I am really excited to be able to read a fun story and to get to have those conversations with them. The pictures, I'm sure, are going to be awesome. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at those illustrations. They're gorgeous. So yeah, as you can see, the pictures are beautifully done. There's a decent amount of text in here, so it's going to be good quality. You're going to have a lot in here. Then this is what I love about this series is in the back there's a discussion guide for parents, and it takes you point through point what there is to discuss with your kids and how they can talk about what they just read in the book and apply it to their lives, which I'm all for things like that. Here are a few of the other books in the series, and actually none of these series are ones that I just got in the box. So there's a whole bunch of books on different topics you guys can check out. And then this is something else I love. In the back is pocket Bible verses, and these are done on like a cardstock paper, and there are 4 Bible verses for them to it's perforated for them to cut out and have to memorize things on these specific subjects. So way to great talking point for your kids. So this is the first book, Gus Loses His Grip. The next one in this series is called Henry Says Goodbye. It's all about when you're sad, a friend has moved away, and his friend moves away and he's really sad. But what I like about it is it's not just a buck up and be happy about it, at least from the back of the description of the book. It sounds like it is a book that is all about acknowledging that God understands when we're sad and helping your kids cope with their sadness. Again, beautiful pictures for you guys. They do a great job with that. And then they have in the back that discussion guide again. And again, some more Bible verses to memorize. Like, how cool would this be to get your kid one of these books each, few months or whatever, once a month, and use it as a character study? I'm actually thinking about doing that with my kids and just kind of talking about this topic, memorizing those verses, throughout the month or week or quarter or whatever, and getting to start having some really good discussions about these things. The third one in this series is Tori Comes Out of Her Shell. It's talking about when you're lonely and what to do with that loneliness. What to do with that loneliness and how Jesus is our friend and how he is our best friend, and again, ways to cope with that. And I just think, again, these are so cool. If you guys have watched my video before on our Between Us time with our kids, basically where we spend one-on-one time, or where we spend time, I spend time with our girls, my husband spends time with our boys each week. We take time to just discuss some really important topics. We actually use one of the books that New Growth Press has put out, and it's called Between Us Girls and Between Us Boys. But if you guys have younger kids and you like that idea, these would be great books to use as discussion jumping off points for this, and in such an easy to understand format for little kids. So I definitely would recommend picking up that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the Just Between Us, make sure to check out the video up in the iCards above and down in the description below. This series is designed for 3 to 8-year-olds, so you're going to get a good amount of range out of there. And I know that I have kids that are above that 8 range, and I know they're going to love it just by flipping through it here initially. Okay, so the next one is a standalone book. It's not from a series, at least not that I'm aware of, but this is Why Do We Say Goodnight? And it is talking all about what happens when we're scared of the dark and how God is with us and God can still see in the night. The illustrations, again, are well done. This does look to be a little bit shorter book with just a few words on each page versus the other one where you could tell there was quite a bit more story to it. But yeah, talking about what to do when we're afraid of the dark and to help our kids who are scared. And I have some that are scared of the dark, so I think this will be great. There is not a discussion in the back of this one. It is different, like I said, than the series, but it would still be a great jumping off point and a great thing to read to them at bed before they go to bed to remind them that God's got them and it's okay. Okay, the next 2 books are probably ones that I am really excited about because they're really tackling some really tough issues, but in a child-appropriate way from a biblical standpoint. And that is God Made Boys and Girls. It's talking a bit from a biblical perspective, helping kids understand gender identity issues and helping them understand that the gift of gender is what it says. So how God made us and how we are boys and girls. And again, you can see there's more text in these. And so here's one of the quotes from it just to give you a quick peek. But remember, it's not what we do or like or think that makes us a boy or a girl. God gave us our gender as a special gift, and God never makes mistakes. His ways are perfect. So I like the fact that it really is tackling kind of a tough issue, because the truth is this issue is surrounding our kids at a younger and younger age. You don't have to go super deep. You can go as deep as you feel like going with this, but this is a great way to just kind of touch the surface and start that conversation to help your kids understand some of the really confusing things that are out there in today's day and age. So also in the back, there is a discussion guide here, Truths About Gender to Share with Your Children, and it gives you just bullet points, and then it kind of helps you explain a little bit more if you're wanting a little more guidance on that. So again, love these for discussion guides. The next one is probably one that I'm looking forward to the most, and that is God Made Me Unique, helping children see the value in every person. It is all about kids with special needs, and it is made by Johnny and Friends. If you guys are not familiar, Johnny Erickson Tata is a very, very famous speaker, author, everything. She's amazing. She's a quadriplegic, but is all about sharing the gospel and helping people understand that they're special and they're unique, but also understanding their need for Christ. And so this is a book that is done. It's done by the Johnny and Friends, which is the organization she started. It's done by them, and then she writes the foreword for it. So I'm really excited to dive into this, especially because we have kids with special needs. There's a letter in the front. Obviously, I haven't read it yet, but Dear Parents or Caregivers, and it goes through addressing us as parents first, then going into the kids and talking about differences. That I see a kid with a fidget spinner, kids in wheelchairs, kids who need to sign, kids who have to wear masks, kids who need to wear headphones, maybe because of sensory issues. Like I said, I haven't read through it all yet. I'm just giving you guys my flip through first impressions, ones that maybe aren't verbal. Talks about God uses us all. Oh, I love this. I'm so excited about this one. and talking about how we should make them feel welcome, we should understand our uniqueness and how we're made, and again, there's a discussion guide in the back. What I'm planning to do, because I'm just unboxing these books for you guys and sharing them with you, I just couldn't wait to share them with you all. Don't worry, if you want to know a more in-depth review on individual books, what I think about them, what the pros and cons are, things like that, be sure to go check out my Facebook and Instagram page, Life in the Mundane. Every Thursday in the month of November, I'm going to be sharing an in-depth review, written review, or video maybe, who knows, we'll see, but an in-depth review on each of these books, and I will take one book per week, share about that. It'll go into December a little bit. I will try, if I can, to link back to those posts here down in the description if you guys are watching this video at a different time of year or different month or whatever, so that you won't have to look for that. But be sure to check them out to see kind of what I think and what I love, and think you guys should know about this. I hope you guys have found this video helpful, and again, I hope you will subscribe, give this a big thumbs up. Let me know which book sounds the most interesting to you. Which one would your kids absolutely love to read? And I'll talk to you later. Bye.